quick video on how to record things for your classroom. So first, I want you to download OBS. I like using OBS. You don't have to if you have other casting softwares, but we're sticking with it for this. So OBS, free software online. Here's what it looks like. We got a few things going on. This is a brand new install. This is the scene and what it looks like right now. It's blank. What I want to do is I want to put things in my scene. I'm going to put my tablet software I use. It's called Active Inspire. I use this for a math class. So I want this to add this to the scene. So I'm going to hit the plus button down here, and you see all sorts of options here. And what I want to do is I want to pick the window capture. This will capture one of the windows that I have open. So I don't care what I call this, blah. And then we're going to pick one of these in this pull down right here. You have every program I have opened: Excel, Inspire, Chrome. Inspire is the name of the program, so I'm going to open that, and I don't care what the default settings are. So here you go. This is kind of my tablet software. It's on my second screen, basically like a PowerPoint software, so I can write on it, blah, blah, blah. Show this to my class. I want this on the screen, so I'm going to record that. So great, I got one thing on here. Now, I want to have a video of myself on here. So I'm going to add a video of me talking. That's an option. So you hit the plus button again, and I'm going to go to a video capture device down here at the bottom. And we can call this whatever that says. And I'm going to pick a camera. Now, if you go to devices, I have an integrated webcam, a snap camera, and the Logitech. Snapcam is just some software, ignore that. Integrated is your laptop camera, and Logitech is the one we're going to use. Logitech is what I'm using for Zoom. I can't use it and use it for OBS at the same time. So for the purposes of this, I'm going to choose integrated. And I'm going to leave all these default settings because I want to play with it. And there it is. So this is my camera. I want to show my face. This is the camera. That's my other camera. So I can make myself smaller by dragging over this. Maybe I want this in the bottom corner so I'm not hiding. You might say, hey, I want to get all this. I want to crop this a little bit. I want you to hold down the Alt key, A-L-T, Alt. And you can click and drag, and you can crop this so it fits a little better. So maybe I want to make it smaller, and then I can make this bigger if I want. Yeah, I want my face that big. Sure, why not? They don't need to see the math. Now, what if I want to put little, so that's it. You don't even have to have the picture. Maybe you just have this software. Maybe you have some PowerPoint slides. Like, how do I get this? I'm going to go window capture again. So let's go PowerPoint. And I could choose a different thing I have open. I actually have a Google Slides from the tech team open. So let's say I have this thing open, and I'm going to mess with it on the side right here. And I have this one open. Let's say I presented this right here. Maybe you're presenting your slides to your class. And it's loading. And, oh, here you go. You can go through this. You could crop this. I'm going to hit play. Oh, then I have to click on slides here to see the whole tech team. So you can do this if you wanted. I just want to show you can add those slides as well. All right. But let's say I want to get rid of this. That was called PowerPoint. I'm going to right click this thing and just say remove because I don't need it anymore. All right. So I got my two things right here, my tablet and my face. You want to add other things? I don't care what you want to do. Maybe an image, a picture. So I got to have a picture. I'm going to browse for a picture on my desktop. Got all sorts of pictures. Oh, look, let's use Dab and Moloch. I'm going to put him up here. He's a classic. And you know what? He's going to be dabbing right here in the corner. I don't care. Whatever you want to do. You can also add some text. I don't care. You type some things here. Brophy class. Questions? I don't know. And that text appears big ol' right here. So I'm going to make this smaller. And maybe I put it in the corner. You don't have to do all this. These are things you could do if you want to make this. And I probably don't really want that big either. So there we go. Got my slides going. Now, I've set things up. All right, you see all those added to the sources here. Next thing, you see this audio mixer, and you see a bunch of things. You might see less than me, actually, right now, because I changed a few things. But notice this one keeps going up as I talk. So this is my microphone right here. That's picking up. So you want to make sure one of these, as you're talking, so when you start recording, is working. If that's the one that's working, great. There's also desktop audio, like if you're playing a video or something on a desktop and you want that to come out in the video, you need to make sure this is turned on and not muted. It doesn't matter if it's muted right now. If you're not seeing this up here, you might need to go to your settings and mess with some video or some audio, so you hit settings up here. A few things, audio right here. You can actually choose your different ones. Right now, I actually have, so this might be disabled. Let's pretend that. Yours probably looks like this. Your mic auxiliary is default. It's whatever your system default is. But you might have a few microphones. Like I have Realtek audio that's the integrated into the laptop microphone. This HyperX is my headset. And Logitech is actually the microphone up here in the camera. So it's got a microphone too. So you could use all those microphones. So as the school is going to give us a snowball, you could use that instead. That'll appear on that list when you plug it in. So just make sure whatever microphone is picking up is the one you want it to. If you aren't sure what you want to use default, you want to make sure it's my HyperX. I'm going to switch it to that. Say OK, and notice it's still picking this up. Other things in settings before I start recording, because I'm almost ready, I can go to output right here. So we're not streaming live right now. That's advanced stuff. Output right here. Oh, there's a lot of settings. Ignore all these settings. All you care is when I record, where does it save to? Recording path right here, your default is probably something along users, your username and /videos. You can change that. Recording quality, you can proudly make it if you want. High quality might be good. It might just take longer to process. I don't know. Or leave it where it is. Same as stream, doesn't matter. Recording format, MKV is good. Keep it as that. That actually uploads to YouTube now. You can switch them if you want. MOV, MP4. It'll give you some warnings saying it's unrecoverable if you change this, like if you crash in the middle of it. So I'm just leaving as this, right? Other things in here, video, you can change your canvas size if you want to, but mess around if you want to. Hotkeys if you want to switch around. You don't need all these things. Advanced, gross. So I'm gonna hit OK. Settings are in here, all right? So now if I want to record, all I gotta do is hit this button that says start recording. And it's actually recording right now. And I'm also recording on Zoom. That's weird. So I can hit start recording. It goes. I can actually pause the recording. And as you see, it's recording's paused. And you can unpause it right there. And there it goes. When I'm done with it, I just hit stop recording. And that's it. I have recorded a video on OBS. Now you might be like, well, where does it save that video? Let's go dig up some videos and figure this one out. So I am going to go to my videos and, oh, it's this one right here. Now I have a bunch. So it saves them by date right here, gives them a nice timestamp so you know, and I've done things since 2008 in here. You can delete these. The last one on here will be the one I just did. If you want to see if it works, you can double click it, open it, listen to it, make sure the audio worked. That might be good. But now I need to upload that to YouTube. So let's go to YouTube. So I'm going to do that right now in browser and drag it on over. And I'm going to bring my YouTube browser right here. So there we go. Oh, it's lagging. Great. All my favorite things I click. Up here in the corner, you have this create button. Hit create. Going to go to upload video. Oh yeah. And it's pretty, this part, hopefully this isn't too crazy. We just got to drag that file up here. So I'm going to take this file in here. I'm going to drag it over to here and watch what happens. So YouTube's got it now. It's going to be processing that video right here, and where I can change the video details right now. The title, this is a test for whatever. And then you can do your description right here if you need to do this for the class. You want to pick a thumbnail? You don't need to. It'll do a default one. Who cares? Playlist. I would suggest making a playlist here for class. So when you see my playlist right here, I have cybersecurity, calc, and in previous years, you can create a new playlist and title that playlist. This is going to be a test. And there's 3 visibility options. Public, private, unlisted. This will come up later. Public means, hey, anyone can search this on internet and see this video. So if they find your YouTube channel or they know it, it will appear. You don't need to log in to see it. Unlisted, it'll put on your channel, but only people that have this link right here will be able to see it. So if they like search for your YouTube channel, they're not going to see it listed in there. If they're a subscriber, it's not going to pop up in their feed. It's only going to be if you have the link. So you don't need to log in for this. Private would be like you have to give permission for people to see it. And so I think the best for classes is probably unlisted. So if unless you don't care if people see it on your feed, I think listed or public. I mean, so unlisted, you can just put that link in your Google Classroom and you'll be fine. But so maybe let's go unlisted, and this could be an unlisted playlist right here. So people can't find this. Maybe playlists should be public. I don't know. Up to you. I would list it as public though. I think that's easier. And then we'll talk about later making things private. So as soon as you make it, I'm going to put it in teacher workshops. I'll say done right here. And then audience, is it for kids? Just say no. Just say no to kids, because it does some other things with the video that you don't want to mess with. It is made for kids, but don't worry about that. It's monetization stuff. More options in here. You're not trying to sell anything. You want to put some tags, hashtag TPAA, whatever. All right. This, we don't care. Locations, licensing. Nope. We're not trying to make money. You want to see how many people like and dislike your video? You can do that in there. Leave that on there. Sure. I feel better seeing likes. All right. Add an end screen. I don't know what that is, so I'm gonna hit next. You might have noticed in here the video was processing while I'm doing all this. That's a great thing. Like, it's already uploading, but I'm messing with the settings. This one's already done processing. If you have a longer video, you're probably not going to finish in time. So when we publish, there are a few options: private, public, and unlisted. Again, I probably want to put videos, maybe unlisted, maybe public. Private, you're going to have to push it out to people. I think it depends. So I think either public or unlisted. I don't know. Depends what you feel like. Maybe easier for kids to find it if they find your YouTube channel. Let's say they need to see the video, but they have your YouTube channel, but they don't have the direct link to the video. Might be harder, but if they know, hey, I just got to go to your YouTube and find the latest video, maybe it's easier. Just say it's public. Don't know. I'll make for this one unlisted. You can also schedule it, like, so if you make a video on the weekend, but you don't want it to be posted until Tuesday, you can schedule the premiere of this video. If you want to do that, I will not do this. So that's it. And after you're done with all this, you hit save. And then great, I have a link. I can copy this link. I can paste it in my classroom. Maybe you can share it on LinkedIn, on your Blogger account or your Tumblr account. There you go. Pinterest, whatever you want to do, whatever this is, go ahead. All right. So now it's uploaded. I have that link. I give it to kids. I'm good. All right. That's all up there. You can edit things in here. You can crop it if you want, but we're not going to mess with that. We're making it simple. We uploaded, we're done. We give it to the kids. One thing when you're uploading these, it probably starts at a lower resolution, but as it does processing just to get it out there, but it'll get like higher quality HD stuff later on. So if it's better to upload that sooner. I mean, it might take like a few hours to get HD depending how big. All right. Those are details I shouldn't have worried about. So I upload to YouTube, but hey, what if we want to record in Zoom? Like I recorded on OBS. You might just want to record your Zoom meeting. One of the challenges of Zoom meetings is you have everyone in the classroom at the Zoom meeting. You have all your kids in there and they might talk as well. You might be like, hey, I don't want to record the kids' voices in here. How do I split the audio tracks? So when you're doing Zoom, I don't even know if you can see these bars up here. I'm supposed to let you see them. But hopefully at this point, you know how to hit the record button in Zoom. Oh, but first we got to look at a few settings. Now, watch my other video for the Zoom settings that you have to split the audio. It was in the other video. Let's say I've split the audio. Here's what it looks like after you've processed that video. I have this Zoom 04. This is a meeting. You see Miss Gray right here. We recorded for Senior Awards. If I play this right now, you will hear my track and Miss Gray talking. But right here in this folder, we have two separate audios of me and Miss Gray. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload the video, but I'm going to also just upload my audio so I don't hear other people. Because maybe you don't want to have the kids' voices in there, right? So how do I do this? YouTube doesn't let me. So you got to do another step. And one video editing software is this OpenShot. It's free. So that makes it nice to use. I just kind of learned about this. Maybe it's good. So we're going to open up OpenShot and I will demonstrate switching that audio in. So maybe this is a little bit more work. Yeah. So if you want to, and that's what you might have to deal with if you want to save a Zoom file if kids are talking. Or do a recording separately. Maybe the best solution. So here's what this interface looks like. In here, we have our files, we have the scene, and we have some tracks. So I'm actually going to drag what I need. I need my audio, and I need the Zoom 04. So I'm going to drag this. Not going to let me, are you? Zoom 04. So let's drag those two things in. And I'm going to drag Zoom 0 right here. So this is the video. Notice if I switch this, you'll see this right here. You're probably, and you see Miss Gray, and you listen to her, and you can hear her track. And if on in here, you heard me back there. Now I'm going to switch. This is my audio in. Doesn't matter. Oops, I put in that track. Who cares? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually remove the audio from this track. You have a few different ways. You can split the audio out from this. What I'm going to do is just go to volume, entire clip, level to 0, just for this thing. So now when I hit play, you hear my voice, but like if we start playing from here, Miss Gray's voice is not in here. So I've now have my audio, the video lined up. I hit the record. I hit this button. This button will create my new file and file name where you want to save it, and you hit export video. This will take a while. Right now, if I did this, it'd probably take over a half hour for a half-hour video. I don't want to deal with that. So, but that's something if you need to do a recording like that and get that out. Maybe a few more steps. This will create a file that you'll be able to upload to YouTube in the same way that you did with the OBS file. That's it. So, suggestion, a recap of this. If OBS might be a nice thing to use. There's a way to set up the scene. I know it might take a learning curve to get this done. There are other softwares available to use. You do not have to use OBS. Some Apple machines might be better to use, easier to use. You know something else, go for it. Screencastify. There are some advantages of this. You could create multiple scenes in here. I didn't even try this, but you can create another scene in here. Like if you want to flip between these, this is a little bit more production value, right? A little bit more work, maybe. You don't want to do this, but maybe I want to switch to a scene that just shows my face and not the video to like focus the kids back to me. Or maybe I want to maybe show like a YouTube clips or something from a different website and take this off so I can just switch between scenes. That might be useful. Another thing, if you have like your webcam up here and you have this camera, maybe like this one integrated, you see me, but this one is like moved to as a document camera, seeing what's on the ground. Maybe you want to do that, or maybe see stuff you're writing. So you can kind of mix that kind of stuff up. Play around with it. There are add-ons if you want to do advanced stuff with this. You get comfortable. That is it. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.